What's up, everybody? Vash here with another video vlog. If you watched my previous vlog or even the previous video to this, you'll know that we have a new member here, and it is the Creality K2 Plus with the CFS. This was a heavy-duty setup here, but now we're able to get some large prints going with this. Currently, right now, I'm going through some testing with this. I've done some PLA testing. I have a actual printant here, which actually, let me take this out. This is a roll of ASA I have, actually. It is this here. This is from Inland. I got this at Micro Center. I've had this for a little while, so I've actually wanted to finally use this. I was going to use it in my X1 for a few prints that I was going to make for some people, but I ended up using ABS. And seeing as I've never printed an ASA, I was like, you know what, let me just try it out on here. Now, mind you, this is the second one because, let me grab this. I did a tower. We can see that. I did a tower earlier with ASA and it was all messed up. Like, this is it's so bad. Like, the layers didn't really adhere. Sadly, because and it may just be me, but in Creality print, when you are doing the temperature tower, you don't have an option for ASA. You do have an option for polycarbonate, which is probably what I should have done. But I ended up opening up Orca Slicer, going in there, using the ASA ABS option, created a tower and sent it over here. Now, I haven't taken this off the plate. It's still on there. So my hope is that this comes off easy. So let's take this off here. See, it feels still a little brittle. Maybe I got to do this again. Yeah, still feeling a little brittle. I got to do some more testing. I have never printed with ASA. I have printed with ABS, but never printed with ASA. Although I would say it looks okay, but I can feel the brittleness of it. So I still got to go through the paces. But overall, I did the tower between 240 and 280. But I'll have to go through this, really kind of making sure that I get like everything set correctly, because I do want to make sure I'm able to print with a lot of other filaments and not just have to buy the Creality branded ones, which at the end of the day is convenient. It is convenient to be able to just have those parameters, but it was kind of like I said in the previous video when I was talking about the overview of the K2, I want to have some settings for other filaments in there. You know, it's one of the things that I really like that Bambu has done. If you go into their settings, and actually might be able to show you, I'm actually currently printing some ornaments right now. Purple's my favorite color, so that's why. But actually here, let me see if I can show you in here. It'll let me bring it up. No, I can't do anything because it's actually in the middle of its thing. So, but one of the nice things about it is you can actually go in there and there are different manufacturers. There's Polymaker, Overture, eSun, which is actually what I'm using currently right now to make these ornaments. Obviously the Bambu Lab branded ones, but there's a few different brands in there. So when you have their filament, you can just say, hey, it's eSun, it's their PLA Plus, you throw it in there, it's already set. A lot of the settings are already there. You don't really have to go through the process of like testing everything and going back and forth. So that's what I'm hoping eventually Creality does. I do have a lot of the rolls. I bought like 10 rolls from them during the holiday sale, which is still kind of going on, so you can still get some good discounts, but they're all sold out of a lot of things. So hopefully they restock in the next couple of weeks, because I do want to buy some more. Also just because of potentially increasing costs of filaments next year. I want to stock up so I'm able to make a number of things, but that's what I have going on with these. I am currently doing some testing with the K1. Now, I recently purchased the nozzles for this. And for anybody who is unsure, who might be wondering, these nozzles, which work with the K1 when switching to the Unicorn setup, and the K1C, and if you switch it off on the K1 Max, these nozzles work. These are not the same nozzles as what's used in the K2. The ones that are in the K2 are actually 10 millimeters longer. So don't buy this pack assuming that it's going to work for both. Like initially I was like, oh, this will be really cool. I'll order this and it'll work for both. And then I looked and I was like, oh wait, nope, nozzle's not the same. Have to buy another pack. So I do have a pack of these coming for the K2. So I will be able to swap out and use a larger nozzle for some of those like larger prints that I'm like planning on doing. But yeah, so I will be swapping. I'm probably going to test with the 6. Well, no, I'm going to test with the 6 and the 8. But right now I'm really kind of calibrating this guy here with some of the filaments I use on a regular basis, because man, I did a calibration test, and while the cooling was really well done, it just, the detail was not there. So that's really kind of need to work on and get that going. So I'm going through I did the pressure advance test. I'm going to go through that, measure out where it looks good. Actually, here, let me take this off so I can kind of show you guys this. There we go. So let's see if I can, you can kind of see, so you kind of see here as it goes to the top, it gets all ripply because it's, yeah. So I got to measure it out where it looks good and then make the necessary adjustments. So yeah, as you can see, as it gets to the top, it gets worse, but that's expected when you're doing a pressure advance test. Usually the middle's kind of that sweet spot. So kind of I need to measure it out exactly, find out where it is so I can dial that in and put those settings in. I also did, the flow rate test and so forth. So I have a lot of settings to adjust for some of the filaments I've been working with. But yeah, essentially right now, that's what I'm doing with these. The K1, I'm probably going to start printing some stuff on it once I get a few more of those tests done. But because I really want to get that back online. Well, it is online and usable, but I want to get it fine-tuned so I can start printing a lot with this. Because a lot of my workload right now is on my X1, which at the end of the day, it is a fantastic printer. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's great. I love using it with the AMS, which is something I'm really enjoying with the K2. I'm going to show you guys a couple of other tests. Give me one sec. So here's a few tests that I did. I did 2 of the tolerance coins, and then I did this kind of multi-test, which you have your overhangs, you have your small details, the bridging. I mean, so far, this came out really good. I mean, you can see the detail. It's all there. The bridging is actually pretty good on this. It actually looks very good. So the cooling's very well. The cooling and the overhang tests, it kind of hit where I expected. 50 degrees is good. 60 is where it starts getting a little shaky. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. And then past 60 is just no good. Just starts to drop off. But that's expected. So, but it's good when it comes to prints. So you kind of know where you can do your overhangs. So if you need to put support, you kind of really know like, hey, I can go past 50, maybe 55. 60 was okay on here, but I don't think I'm going to go to 60. Probably 55 will be my my limit. 50 maybe, depending on what it is. So let me show you guys this tolerance coin. Now, The first one I did was this one here, and everything came out pretty well. I didn't have to pop anything. Everything is good. As you can see, the bottom came out very well. Nothing fused, which was great. And then I printed the second coin. Now this one went down to went down to 1. Now this one went down to 0.5. Now you'll see the difference between the two. So this one went down to 0.5, and 0.5, if you can see, had fused on the sides. So the bottoms are fine, and I haven't snapped it, but I'm about to right now, or I'll try. Okay, I can't really do it with one hand, but everything else moves. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. 0.5 doesn't move. So not too surprised by that. Not too surprised by that. So I'm actually very happy with that. I have done a few other prints. I'll end up showing you guys, probably post on my Instagram so you guys can see. I did a Darth Vader bust. I scaled it up though to 125%, so it's bigger than it is. It was done by Eastman. I mean, if anybody's printed any of those busts, you guys might be familiar with that one. But yeah, I'm real excited what I'm going to be able to make with this. I have something in mind. I'm not going to spoil it here, but I have something in mind that is going to test the limit of the size of the print area, as well as a lot of filament switching. So, but my hope is that it comes out really well, and I'm going to show it to you guys. But yeah, I think you guys will be pretty happy with that. Now, one other thing that I found out recently, I'm a little afraid to try, so I want to actually let those who say it works and show proof before I do it, is that the cable that runs from the CFS down to the K2 is the same power and data cable that works for the AMS. Or the pinning is the same pinning and everything like that. That goes from the AMS to the X1. I have been wary about trying that cable so that I can extend, because I have longer Bowden tube to connect to this, but I want to be able to move the CFS a bit forward because I plan on putting another CFS behind it. It's the same thing I'm kind of doing here with the AMS. I plan on putting another AMS behind that because I want to have 2 for this and 2 for this. So I saw a few posts from people who have tried it and they said it worked, but I have not seen any video evidence of this. So I'm kind of waiting, but I did buy some extra cables. There is a possibility I'll give it a shot. Hopefully nothing goes bad, but we'll see. But if that longer cable, because Creality doesn't sell it. At least they don't sell it yet. My hope is that they will sell longer cables, but they officially don't sell it yet. They barely started selling the hot end assembly recently. You can only get it on AliExpress prior to this. So hopefully they start selling it soon, but until then, your only option to buy that same kind of cable is limited. So I did buy from Bambu Labs store, and I may try it. I may just see if other people have done it, but yeah. But hopefully in the next video, you guys will see me with some larger prints done and some more material testing, because I really enjoyed these overhang tests and these calibration tests, these tolerance tests, but now I kind of want to get back to making some stuff. So with all of these things, and actually, I know people probably like, you're not talking about the Elegoo. I ordered the new head on that because I think that's the problem with it. Elegoo has not responded to my email. I'm going to email them one more time, add all my information, the serial and everything for this, so that possibly I can get some help, but I'm going to buy the replacement head for that. because I think that might be where the issue is, and then hopefully have that online soon, but we'll see. All right, so that's what's going on, guys. I know I didn't talk about the resin printers because there's nothing to talk about, at least not yet. Anyway, I have some things in motion for them. I have done testing with this, but I just haven't printed anything after the testing. But I have some stuff coming up. Since it's the winter break and I have plenty of time, I will be making some stuff. But hey guys, I appreciate you guys getting it this far in the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. But I will talk to you guys later. Happy holidays, everybody. Peace.